and I'm gonna get right into the chamber. I'm gonna get right into the chamber. I'm gonna give my quick thoughts. Like I said, the wrestling was solid. I didn't have a single problem with any of the matches, anybody who won any of the matches, but god damn. I personally, and I'm gonna get into this, was underwhelmed by both of the big reveals. WWE dropped the ball. Now, I've never been the type of person that shy away from being wrong. Was I wrong about Logan Paul being the masked man? Yes, I was. That does not mean that Logan Paul being the masked man wasn't the right decision. It was the right decision. But here's where my miscalculation came in. My miscalculation was believing that WWE wasn't going to take the safe and predictable route. I should have known better. I should have known that WWE was going to say, oh boy, Seth Rollins needs a WrestleMania match. What can we do? Let's have him be the masked man, even though it makes absolutely no fucking sense for the man to get dummies and people and stunt doubles and wear a mask to exact his revenge on people who we all knew he was going to come after anyway. I don't see the point in him doing it. It was dumb. He's the masked man. To everybody on all the other platforms that told me it was Seth Rollins and they're coming saying, I told you so. Kudos. You guys were right. I was wrong. But even though I was wrong, WWE was wrong for having shitty creative, and that's on them. Speaking of shitty creative, so I guess the mystery box, the big reveal was Danhausen. Once again, I take no look, I don't shy away from being wrong. I said it was Chris Jericho in the box, but I also said that if it's not Chris Jericho in the box, it's going to be something fucking dumb. And you can't get no dumber than Danhausen in the fucking box, coming out with his own personal dancers, hopping out of a casket or whatever the hell it is, and then coming to the ring and cursing people and handing out fucking peanuts or whatever the fuck he handed to Michael Cole. You know what? Usually I try to defend WWE when they do something that's universally shitted on. I ain't defending them this time. This shit deserves to be shitted on. WWE screwed over Danhausen because first of all, now Danhausen is going to be popular by fans to boo Danhausen, even though he had nothing to do with the decision on where he would debut. Danhausen should have debuted on NXT or AAA, and Danhausen should have teamed up with Mr. Iguana because that shit would have printed money. It would have printed money. You know, I was talking to another fan, and he was telling me right before Elimination Chamber, hey, I think the person in the box is Danhausen. I said, there's no way WWE would not be stupid enough to debut Danhausen on the main roster. WWE would not be stupid enough to have Danhausen appear for the first time ever on a PLE. WWE was stupid enough to do both. And I hope that they didn't screw Danhausen permanently by this decision. But so far, 24 hours later, it's being universally shitted on. And I can't even defend it. Thankfully, next we get to talk about something that I love to talk about, which is me being right. If you looked at the prediction show, I was 100% right about Randy Orton winning the Elimination Chamber. In fact, when it comes to the matches, I was 4-0. I wasn't wrong about one match. I was right about every single one. And the two things I was wrong about was the masked man and the guy, whoever was in the crate. But I was right about Randy Orton. And I think I'm going to end up being right, or at least close to right, about how I say this is all going to play out. I think this is all going to come down to a fatal four-way at WrestleMania. Drew McIntyre, Jacob Fatu, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton. Come to find out, Cody Rhodes has a title match against Drew Friday because Drew McIntyre, like I've been saying for weeks, can't mind his fucking business. He got involved. He screwed over Cody, which led to Randy winning. But which I was right about. But the key points that we're going to see if I was right about next is if it's somehow revealed that Randy Orton was the one who attacked Jacob Fatu. There is an alternative that I think can happen as well. I do think that we could see a scenario where Cody wins the match against Drew McIntyre, takes the title on Friday, and then turns around and fights Randy Orton one-on-one at WrestleMania. I think that will once again be WWE doing the same exact thing they did with the Seth Rollins reveal and playing it safe, because we all been wanting to see Cody fight Randy. And I said that Randy is turning heel. I still think Randy is turning heel, but now the chances have kind of creeped up that maybe Cody turns heel. But if Cody's the champion, I don't see it happening. That being said, I totally expect this to end up being a fatal four-way if WWE doesn't want to play it safe. Because if Cody is fighting Randy for the title at WrestleMania, that means we're going to get Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre. That doesn't make a ton of sense. They'll play it safe again. They'll probably say that Drew McIntyre is the one who attacked Jacob Fatu, which is super predictable and is not a twist at all. I'm a writer myself, and just the idea of it not being a twist involved in this is extremely stupid. Super happy that Randy won the chamber. Happy to be right. And I'm more excited to see what's upcoming. And I just hope to God that WWE doesn't play it safe, because then they're going to have more people pissed off Mania who purchased the tickets. There's already people who are pissed off because they can't afford the tickets. So I don't think WWE could afford to keep playing the safe heading into WrestleMania.